So a lot of us before break, or not here, that's okay. But we looked at a video about time. Does anybody remember that video?
Yes.
What are some of the things that we remember about time?
Yes.
Anybody tell me? Isaiah?
That there's like a lot of different clocks.
There's different types of clocks, okay? Dee?
When the short arrow and the long arrow go for 12, and it's something 0, 0.
Okay, something 0, 0. Okay.
Something 0.
Kasai, do you have something else to add?
We use your tablet, it has a clock.
Yeah.
And it just, when it beeps, that means it's done.
Okay, so that's a timer. Anybody else? Isaac?
Some clocks have a second.
Some clocks do have a second hand. On our clock, on the wall, our second hand is the red arrow that's going around. That arrow doesn't really tell us anything except how fast the seconds are going by. Because when we tell time, we don't say it's 12:08 and 50 seconds. We just say the minutes, the hour, and the minutes. So we're gonna watch, it's 5 minutes, a 5-minute video that's gonna review our clock stuff for us, and then we're gonna do a different type of thinking math, and we're gonna break down the clock into different parts, yes? I'm gonna be pausing the video throughout and asking you guys questions, so make sure that we're listening, okay? Sound like a plan? Yes? No. Why? Oh, hey.
Come on, you can see it.
Whoa, whoa! I am so sorry that you guys caught me sleeping. I know that I shouldn't be sleeping in the middle of the day. I got this awesome new clock, but I don't know how to tell time yet, so I do not know when to go to sleep. Hey, I've got an idea. Maybe you guys can help me. Will you help me learn how to tell time so I know when to go to bed?
Yes.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Let's zoom over here to the clocks and learn how to tell time. This first clock we see is an analog clock. This is the new clock I got. To learn time, let's start off with an easier version of this clock. Okay, the little pointer that spins is called a hand. This clock is a training clock and only has one small hand on it. The small hand is called the hour hand. Around the edge of the clock, we have numbers that go from 1 all the way to 12. This small hand tells us what the hour is. Right now, the hour hand is pointing to the 3, so it must be 3 o'clock. Now what hour is it? 6 o'clock, right. Let's look at another. What hour is this?
7 o'clock.
I heard some of you say it is still 6 o'clock, and you are correct. The hour does not change until it is pointing right at the next number. As long as the hand points between the 6 and the 7, it is still 6 o'clock. Let's try one more. Right now the hour hand is between the 11 and the 12. So is this 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock? It is still 11 o'clock. It will not be 12 o'clock until the hour hand points right at the 12. Good job, guys. Now this training clock works great to tell us what hour it is. But what if you have to be home by a certain time in the middle of the hour? It would be difficult to know exactly when to leave with just using the hour hand. That is why we have what we call the minute hand. Let's bring in one of our big kid clocks. This clock has a big hand and a small hand. We already know the small hand tells us the hour, but do you know what this hand does?
Just a minute.
This long hand is the minute hand. The minute hand tells us how much time has passed after the hour. When telling time, we always look at the hour hand first. On this clock, the hour hand is pointing to the 12, and the minute hand is pointing to the 1. So would we say the time is 12 and 1 minute? I know you might be tempted to say yes, but that is not correct. Each one of these increments are counted by 5s. There are 5 minutes between each of these big numbers. So when the minute hand is at the 1, 5 minutes have passed. So this is 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 25 minutes, 30 minutes, 35 minutes, 40 minutes, 45 minutes, 50 minutes, 55 minutes, and at the 12, the minutes start back over at 0. So right now, the time is 12:05. The hour hand is at the 12, and the minute hand is pointing at the 1, which is 5 minutes. Let's look at another one. Remember, we first look at the small hand for the hour. It is halfway between the 3 and the 4. So with just the hour hand, we know it is 3 o'clock.
Okay, so what hand, heads up please. Exodus, heads up. Kasai, heads up. Anaya, heads up. Everybody stand up. Everybody stand up. Push in your chest. Arms up. Wiggle them. Hands to the side. Wiggle them. Touch your toes. Touch your toes. Jump to the ceiling. Jump to the ceiling. Jump to the side. Jump to the other side. Spinning circle. Arms up. Wiggle them. Wave to a neighbor. Wave with the other hand. Wave to the sun. Wave to the ground. Shake your bodies. Okay. Are we awake? Do 10 jumpy jacks. Freeze. Okay. I know we just came in from lunch. I get it. But we gotta learn. We gotta learn how to tell time. If you don't learn how to tell time,
We won't be able to move up to 3rd grade or 4th.
you have to know how to tell time to go to 3rd grade. But listen,
Yeah, we do.
listen. You guys always ask me what time is lunch? What time are we going home? What time is snack? What time is recess? What time is the computer time? Isaiah, please get back to your seat. I didn't ask you to leave your seat. I have the times written on the board. They're always written on the board. If you guys know how to tell time, you can be able to see how far away we are from the things that you want to do, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Sit back down. Okay. So, what hand is the small hand? The hour hand. Say small. Hour. Small. Hour. I need everybody participating. We are going to do this until I have everybody participating. Yes. The long hand is the minutes. Small. Hour. Small. Hour. We're going to do it until everybody does it. I'm not kidding. Small. Hour. Okay. Big. Minutes. Small. Big. Small. Hour. Big. Okay. So, looking at our small hand, where is it pointing to? In the middle of the 3 and the 4. So, is the small hand the minutes or the hour? So, what hour is it? 3 hours. Because anytime that the minute hand is here or from here, so from 12 to 6, if the minute hand is in between numbers, it's always going to be the smaller number. It's always going to be the smaller number, okay?
Oh, that makes sense.
So when this hand gets up, 5. So our small one, our the hour one. Hour.
Hour.
One.
Hour one.
What?
Hour one.
Hour one.
Hour one.
Okay, so when we have our hours, we count by ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay? Our minutes, big minutes,
Big hours. Five.
big
Big five.
minutes,
Minutes.
5.
Five.
So 5, 10, 15, 20.
25. 80 minutes. 30. 35. 40. 45. 50. 55. 0.
Okay, so looking at this time, we have 3 hours and how many minutes?
18. 3 hours and 30.
Why is it 18, Isaiah?
It's not.
Then why are we messing around when I'm asking the question?
It's 30.
Huh?
It's 30.
Okay, but do you understand how that could confuse your classmates? So we shouldn't be doing that, right? So what is the minutes? Connor, what's the minutes? What number is our minute hand pointing to? The 6. So how many minutes is that? Huh? 30. Please make sure your hood's off your face so you can see what's happening. Hour is a 3. The minutes are 30. So it's 3 30. Good job.
Now we look at the minute hand. It is pointing to the 6. Does that mean it is 3 and 6 minutes?
No.
No, you.
Where would the 6 minutes be?
I'm at the 30. First.
If I said, tell me where 3 hours and 6 minutes is, where would I find 6 minutes, Kasai?
At this 30. What?
The 30 is the minutes. Where would I find 6 minutes?
Oh, 6.
Isaiah?
After the 5.
After the 5? So what are these little lines in between here?
It's so like it's the ones that so it's them not by 5s.
They're not by 5s, right?
Mhm.
So if this is 0,
It
if
helps
this
you.
line is 0, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Do you see the pattern?
Yes.
So that means that there's how many lines all the way around here?
55.
55 is right here. 56, 57, 58, 59,
70. 60.
60. So each of these little lines is a minute. How many minutes is each line? No, Connor and Deshaun.
60.
Each one of these lines is 60?
No ones.
Ones. So each big number is ones for the hour, and each small number is ones for the minute. So where would I find 6 minutes?
After the 5.
After the 5? Any number after the 5?
No.
Which one? Come show me, Isaiah. Jackson, head up, please. Show me where the 6 would be. Right, because it's 1 minute after the 5, right? Okay, can someone come show me where 13 would be? Kasai, come show me where 13 would be. Good job. So we have 10, 11, 12, 13. Thank you. Aubriana, come show me where 42 would be. So start at the 40 and then count 2. Where's the 40? That's 30. Where's 40? Good job. Now count 2 more. 2 more lines. Good job. 42. Good job. Okay. So we have to make sure that we are looking where our minute hand is pointing to, okay? Right now we're only going to focus on the fives, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, and 55. And then we'll start adding in the other ones. But I wanted you guys to see the difference between 6 minutes and 30 minutes. Do you see how big of a difference that is? If I say someone used to be in my house at 3:06 or I'm leaving them, and 3:06 is up here, but they think 3:06 is when the clock's down here, I am long gone, right?
Yeah.
That's a big time difference. That's 24 minutes. Let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 24 minutes. That's a long time. Okay? So if I say 3:06, that's up here. If someone thinks 3:06 is down here, they're going to have a problem when they're at my house and I'm already gone, right? That's why it's important that we see the difference. That's why I wanted to show you guys that.
You are right. We have to count by fives to get the minutes. Let's count. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 30 minutes. So the time is 3:30 because the hour is 3, and after counting by fives, we see that the minute hand is pointing to 30 minutes. Let's do one last one. Can you help me out on this one?
Yeah.
Great. Okay, you caught me sleeping earlier because my bedtime is 8 o'clock at night. When I saw the big hand pointing to the 8, I thought it was my bedtime. To get the correct time, we need to look at the hour hand first. What number is the small hour hand pointing to?
3.
It is at the 2 still, so the hour is 2. Great job. Now how many minutes have passed? Remember to count by increments of 5. Can you tell me what the minutes are? The minutes are 40, so the time is 2:40. Great job, everyone. Now that I know how to tell time, I will not try to sleep at 2:40 in the afternoon. Thank you so much for your help, guys. Remember to keep practicing and you will get better at this. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye. Okay, so you guys are going to get your own clock.
What?
No, you're not keeping it. Get a clock and pass it down, please.
She still has to get a clock and pass it down, please. Pass it down.
Take the clock and pass it down, please. Okay, so we are going to take this time to explore our clock. So you guys can practice. I have a big old one so you guys can see mine better. I'm also going to be putting a different clock up so you guys can see it, and we're going to be working with time a lot, okay? So, yes, you guys are going to keep these on your desk because you're going to be working with, I'm going to randomly ask you guys to show me a time throughout the day so you guys can get a lot of practice with this, okay? No, you may not. Because 60 equals 1 hour. So it's confusing, yes, because it says 60. Just think of it as 0. Thank you. Go ahead, open it. Brianna? Yes. Did you try calling?
Yeah, I know the phones aren't working.
Sorry.
It's fine.
No. Jasmine.
Yes.
Just so you know, Ricky's in L'Oreal's class now.
I know I saw him this morning.
Okay, just so you know. You're welcome. Okay, so looking at your clock, what minute hand. Can everyone show me on their clocks what 2 hours and 5 minutes would look like? 2 hours and 5 minutes. Remember, the hour hand is the blue hand.
How you get the hand on the back? Because you look, this is closed, and then you just pull the side and it opens. Yeah, that's what exactly what I'm talking about. Spinning. Oh,
2 hours and 5 minutes.
Does it look like this?
2 hours and 5 minutes. Remember, the minutes are by fives in the red. 2 hours and 5 minutes around your clock. Look at your clock. I want everybody to look at your clock. The blue numbers are the same color as, oh, you all don't have the same clock, I'm seeing. Do all of you have a blue and red hand?
No. I say yeah. For real. No. I say no.
That could be confusing.
No.
Okay, do you guys all have blue and red? Okay, you guys pass your clocks this way. I want you all to have the same clock. Okay, you're good. Okay. Johnny, sit down. You guys. Okay, now that that's fixed. Everybody has a blue and red hand, yes? Okay, so your blue hand is going to match up with your blue hours. Shorthand is hours. Small is hours. Small is hours. Small is hours. So, okay, so if I'm asking for 2 as our hour, which hand is going to point to the number 2? The blue hand, the small hand, the hour hand. So put your blue hand on 2. Or hour hand on the blue hand. Okay. Now look on the outside of your clock. You have red numbers on the outside, right?
Yeah.
So what numbers are those?
Those are the seconds. No, wait, the minutes.
The minutes. The red numbers are the minutes. And that red hand is the big hand. So it is
Minutes hand.
minutes hand. So if I want 5 minutes, which number does the red hand need to point to?
5.
The 5?
Yes. The 1. The 6. The 1. The 1. The 2. The 3.
Don't guess, you guys. Look at your numbers. You want 5 in the red. Everyone point to where the 5 in the red writing is on your clock.
At the 1?
Right? Point to where the 5 is on in the red. Is everyone pointing to the 5?
Yes.
Okay. So red is the minutes. So what number, what hour, what blue number should your red hand be pointing to?
Blue.
You're not listening to my questions.
10.
No.
At the 5.
You guys.
The 1.
You guys. Stop scraping your clocks on your desks. Everyone should be looking at your clock. Everyone should still be pointing to the number 5 in red. The number 5 in red. Everyone should be pointing to the number 5 in red. Everyone should be pointing to the number 5 in red. Everyone should be pointing to the number 5 in red. Do you see how many times I'm having to repeat myself? This makes me very sad. And I still have people who are not pointing to the number 5 in red. Thank you. What number is the number 5 in red by? What blue number?
The 1.
The 1. Okay, so your red hand should be pointed to the 1, and your blue hand should be pointed to the 2. Everyone's clock should look like this. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, so when I ask for minutes, you have to make sure that you're looking at the red numbers. We're going to do lots of practice with this because on a real clock that we're not learning, do you see any red numbers on that clock?
No.
No. It doesn't tell us which number is what minute. We have to know it. That's why we're going to keep these at our desk. If you can't respect my things, you cannot use them. If you guys cannot show me that you can handle these at your desk without messing them up or breaking them, we will put them away and we can just do worksheets on time. I want you guys to be able to work with them and explore them. But if they're going to be a problem and you guys are not going to respect them, then we will put them away. Does everybody understand? Does everybody understand?
Yes.
Okay. I should not see you trying to pull the stand off or trying to move the minute and number hands in ways that they do not go. You guys would not like it if I went into your house and I took your toys and tried to make them move in ways that they do not move, would you? Yes or no? No. I do not like it when you take my things and you do not treat them the way that you would want your toys to be treated. Does everybody understand? We have to treat things the way that we would want our things to be treated, okay? Okay, so if I said I want 2 hours and 15 minutes, where would I move my blue hand to?
The 3.
I mean my red hand, I'm sorry. My blue hand is going to stay on the 2, right? Because I want 2 hours still. And I'm going to move it to where, Jackson?
The 3.
The 3. The minute hand, the red hand, is going to move to the number 3 because that's the number that has 15 in the red minutes. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. I want you to find a partner. It doesn't matter who. Find somebody. You can work in groups of 3 if you want. I don't care. It's okay. Does everyone have a partner or partners?
Yes.
Guys, let's join a group.
Wait, did you say 4?
2, 3, or 4. It doesn't matter how many. 2, 3, or 4. That's fine. You guys can all work together. I'm okay with that. Yeah, you guys can all work together. Jayla, join a group, babe. You can come up here with the girls if you want. You can go back there with Xana and I if you want. Okay. On your clocks, I want you to work together. I want you to talk through it and talk about why you think things. I would like you guys to show me 3 hours and 20 minutes. Talk to your groups, figure out how you can do that. 3 hours and 20 minutes. 3 hours and 20 minutes. 3 hours and 20 minutes. Show me 3 hours and 20 minutes, please. 3 hours and 20 minutes. turn this dial back here, okay, until it moves. Okay. So where should my hour hand be?
3 hours.
3 hours. Turn it over. Do you want your blue one to move? Or you can show me on my clock and I can make the big one do it. So you have 3 hours, right? Now 20 minutes. Because you want it to go around. So where should the right hand go? Right there, right. So, Johnny says that for 3 hours and 20 minutes, our hour hand, what color is our hour hand?
Blue.
Our hour hand should be pointing to the 3. Does everybody agree with that?
Yes.
Check your clocks. Make sure your hour hand, your blue hand, is pointed to the 3. Your blue hand should be pointed to the 3.
Yes.
Your blue hand should be pointed to the 3. Ariana, your blue hand should be pointed to the 3. Everyone have their blue hand to the 3? Yes? Okay, and Johnny says that for 20 minutes, I should be pointed to the 4. Everybody point to the 12 on your clock. Everyone point to the 12. Exodus, point to the 12, please. Okay, we're going to count by 5s. Are you ready? 0, 5, 10, 15, 20. So what big number are we pointing to for 20?
20.
The 4, right? So our small hand, our blue hand, our hour hand is pointed to the 3. Our big hand, our minute hand, is pointed to the 4 for 20 minutes.
Miss Johnson,
Yes.
I think I know why the hands are different sizes.
Why do you think they're different sizes?
Because the hour hand, you have to see what hour it is, and the big hand, you do not want to see what the hour is, so just pointing to the number.
Right. So if we just had one hand that's all the same size, it would be pretty confusing to know which one's minutes and which one's hours, right? Sit on my chairs correctly. Okay. We're going to do one more. Can you guys show me 6 hours and 10 minutes? 6 hours and 10 minutes. Talk to your groups if you need to.
Okay.
6 hours. Remember that our hour hand is the blue hand. 6 hours and 10 minutes. You guys are going to be my clock masters. 6 hours and 10 minutes. Good job. Jackson, tell me how you got that. Where's your 6 hours? Huh? Our blue hand is our hours, right?
That's impossible.
Those ones are hours?
I counted the things.
Okay, but listen. Listen to my question. Where would I find 6 hours? Which number on here shows me 6 hours? Are you sure? Remember, the bigger numbers are our hours. So where's the hours? Where's 6 hours? There you go. Now, which numbers on here shows us the minutes? The blue or the red? The red. So I want 10 minutes. Good job, Jackson. High five. 6 hours and 10 minutes. Beautiful. Can someone please raise your hand and tell me which number my hour hand needs to be pointing to? Emily. The 6 for 6 hours, right?
Yeah.
Which minutes, which number do I need 10 minutes at?
At the 2.
Anaya, thank you for raising your hand.
At the 2.
At the 2, right? How did you know it was the 2, Anaya?
Because showing 10 at the red.
It is showing 10 at the red. Good job. But how did you get to 10? What did you count by? By fives, right? So you all have the little tiny lines in between your numbers, right? And each one of those little lines is how many?
One.
Boys, I know you guys are masters over there, but I need you to still be listening and participating. On all of your clocks, you have all these little tiny little lines, right? How many does each one of those lines represent? D. One, right? It's like a ones block, kind of. So you can count from the 0 up from the 12 and count 10 little lines. Or you could count by fives because we know that each big number is 5 jumps, right? Yes.
You didn't give us the clock that you have the lines.
Huh?
We don't have the lines.
You do have the lines. All those little lines in between your numbers?
Oh, I thought you were talking about like the red. Oh,
No. So you guys are going to keep these. You guys are going to keep these at your desk. You're going to keep them in the corners of your desk, okay? In front of you. And randomly throughout the day, every day, probably for the rest of the school year, I'm just going to randomly ask you to show me a time because we need lots of practice with time. Okay? So please make sure that your clocks, you can have them standing up, but they're probably going to fall a lot easier. So why don't we lay them flat so they don't get knocked onto the floor and broken, because I would be very sad. So we're going to lay them flat in the corner of our desk. I'm going to collect the boxes. We're going to lay them flat in the corner of our desk where you sit at your assigned seat. I didn't say in your desk. I said in the corner of your desk. Thank you for following instructions. Harley, please return the chair that you were sitting in. I'm also going to be putting up a poster that's going to have random times on it. And when you guys get done with your work throughout the day, or you need a second from a break, or whatever it is, you can take your clock over to the poster, and you can practice putting those times on your clock, okay? I'm going to be changing the times out, but just so you guys can get more practice, okay? Sound like a plan?
Yes!
You guys did so good. I am so proud of you. You guys are going to be able to get your computers. However, listen carefully. We need a lesson in reading, a lesson in math, and one book on Epic. Once those 3 things are done,
We must have free time.
you may go on Math Prodigy, Hour of Code, Math Playground.
Can you take our sleep time?
If you want time to relax and put your head down after those three things are done, that is fine with me. So, please make sure that your clocks are on the corners of your desk, and you may get your computers. Yes. Everyone has to do I Ready. I Ready and Epic, and then you can have your free time.